Hey, Tasan, how are you?
I don't wanna be with you this Christmas.
I'm just kidding. Hi.
It's okay, girl. Listen, I'm excited about this. I'm excited for us to sit down and chat.
Yes, I'm super, super, super excited.
Usually,
I'm nervous. I don't know what you're gonna ask me.
usually we off camera being our best selves. So hopefully we can keep it together and act like adults during
Let's
this.
try.
Oh my gosh! So first of all, I love your hair. Your hair is
Thank
gorgeous.
you.
It's
Thank you.
great.
I
And
love your hair. I need to be inspired.
oh, listen.
Just get it. I need to just do it one day.
The mistake I made was to put this hair in during summer. Now we need to figure this out back for winter when it's cold and it makes sense. But
That's when I do braids.
it was just me being lazy and tired of doing my hair. Anyhow, enough about my hair. So Tasan, I love you. I love your voice. I love your creativity. I love everything about you. So we're gonna go back a little bit and get to know who Tasan is. So Tasan, who are you?
Me? Well, I'm kidding. So, my name's Tasan. My rapper name's T Money, but nobody acknowledges it but me. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm very short. And I love writing music. I love reading. I think I'm an old soul because nobody reads anymore. Like nobody. At least from what I've seen. Like I was like, oh, back in the day, like book clubs were a thing.
Yeah.
It's not a thing anymore.
Hook up with Oprah.
I should. Because she likes me though.
The thing about you is not that you just like writing songs, you're actually really good at it. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people that have hobbies and things that they're like that they probably should quit.
Mm-hmm.
Some singers just need to walk away from the mic. Just, it's okay.
Oh my
But you're actually really gifted. So where does we know it comes from God. We all love Jesus. We're saved. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. But where does that gift of music and writing and singing stems from in your life?
I think I started doing it because it was the only way I knew how to express myself when I was younger. So as punishment, my mom used to let me read the dictionary, and then I had to spell every word on the page and then tell her the meaning of every page. It turned into a punishment I actually kind of like this. Just learning something every day. And I've literally carried that through my entire life. Like I'm always like, let me learn a new word. I even found a website where you can learn new words. And every time you get the answer right, they give away free rice to Yemen or whichever country is currently in crisis. Mm-hmm. It's called freerice.com for anybody that, if you could link it below.
Yes, we'll link
at some point. It's called freerice.com, and every time they have math questions, English questions, but long story short, I'm just always trying to learn something new, and the way I knew how to do that was through reading and writing, because knowledge is power. And my grandma used to tell me this thing that really stuck to my head, and she said, you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. And it's stuck. And even when I was angry or was upset, because I know life and death was in the tongue and I wanted to say some wild things, I write it down and then burn it. So that at first it was like, okay, I know that I need to do this to learn. Mm-hmm. And then it became, I'm doing this as a hobby. And now it's like, dang, I cannot imagine doing anything else, like literally. And then incorporating writing with music. That's
genius.
Yeah, man. Like it doesn't get any better than that for me. That's Christmas for me.
Okay. If you had to choose one, writing or music, what would you choose? You have to do it with the other one permanently. You'll never get it back. What would you choose?
Well, I can't do music without writing it. Oh, you mean like writing like short stories?
No, choose between writing and singing rather.
Oh, writing.
Ooh.
Because here's how I see it.
You did that hands down, like it wasn't even a thought.
I love music, mm-hmm. and I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love music. It's my passion. It really is. But there's something about writing that it feels like music. Even if there's no music behind it, the cadence of a poem sonically sounds like music if you write it the right way. So if I had to choose, I mean, I started out my career as a songwriter. I said I was never going to be an artist. I saw what my dad went through, and I was like, chucking up the deuces, no thank you. And my dad used to always push me like, oh, just do a little verse here, oh, just write a little thing right here, and he would just put, like, just finessing me into that. And then in 2018, December 2018, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna really do this, because my manager has always been encouraging me to, like, if you love music, just do it. Like, you're already a great writer, but you have he says I have a great voice. I think I'm an okay singer. I think I just know how to bring the idea across. I don't think I'm like a Whitney Houston or like a Ariana, like nothing like that. I just think I have an okay sound, I have an okay tone, and I know how to bring out what I'm trying to write. And that was literally my mindset, you know?
You see the I'm giving you right now, like.
No, but that was honestly my mindset. I just never thought that I was ever going to be good enough, but I knew that one thing I was good at writing. And it didn't matter whether I sung it or somebody else sung it. I just wanted to make sure that there was a piece of art that God inspired me to create coming to life, whether it was through me or through somebody else.
Can you tell some more artists that they don't have to sing the song for it to be great? Sometimes they can just be good lyricists and then not sing it.
Yeah, I don't think every song I've ever written fits my brand, which is why I'm a songwriter, because I love writing. Like, what if I was in some writing camps and I was writing like some K-pop stuff. Nothing major, just wanted to go into the session and just observe. And these were Black artists, multicultural US artists that were translating English to Korean or English to Mandarin. And they know I don't have to sing this. This is not my brand, but I'm still a writer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists, quote unquote, that work for other artists. Like, for example, the artist Her. I believe her backup singer Ajani. She's an artist in her right, but she's also a writer. But she's not gonna sing everything she writes, and she's also a backup singer for Her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Ajane?
Ajane? Is that her name? Ajani? I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Yeah, I love her. First of all, sorry if I butchered your name. Everybody butchers my name, so we're even. But I love her. I love her. Honestly, I think her sound is
beautiful.
Smooth, man. It's smooth.
Yeah, she's a good songwriter too, and she's a talented vocalist.
I mean, look at Pharrell. Pharrell definitely don't sing everything he writes. He's a known writer.
So many of them, and I feel like a lot of in Christendom, a lot, especially in Caribbean Christendom.
Yeah, they feel like they have
narrowing it down to bring it to Caribbean Christian. I feel like they feel that if you don't sing the song, you won't get the same recognition or the same power. And I'm like, okay, you wrote a good song. Let's keep it that way. Let's leave the singing to talent and let's keep it pushing. It's like I was saying I want to do a segment called the Truth Corner where I really tell the truth. But everybody around me says I shouldn't because it'll be kind of
I just want to be there just popcorn like.
Oh, we're gonna just let that segment. Hello. So you have.
Well, I support.
Pardon?
I said I'll support you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for reasons. Like this. So you have casually. There is no such word, but glittered over. I was basically glide, but I just want to be dramatic, so glittered over. When you reference your dad. So for those who don't know, who is your dad?
I call him the father in my phone and every other day. But if you don't know who it is, my dad is Papa San. I call him the father. and he is one of the best writers, in my opinion. Period. Don't at me.
Full stop.
Yep.
There is no argument there.
Nope.
I will rock with that. So the thing is, when my son met your dad, he met him as Uncle Tyrone. So when I told him about Papa Son, he had no idea who it was. So he
was like, yeah, but Mom, but you said that the guy was the... Okay.
Yes. So it's very confusing to him, which is hilarious to put the distinction. But now I think he's getting it. So praise the Lord. Okay. Tell us some songs that you've worked on. Some of the music you've written that we know, I know, you know, and we all know, but we still want to talk about it.
I've co-written My Story on the My Story project. Co-written Running, of course, because I'm featured on it. Love Me Anyway, because I'm also featured on it. Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue was supposed to be from my project, and my dad heard it and fell in love with it, and then Michelle Williams heard it and she fell in love with it. And that's one of those moments where it's like, you don't have to sing everything you write, because that was going to go on my project, and I'm so glad it didn't. And then somebody as talented and as respected as Michelle Williams singing a little song that I made. And you haven't heard any of the new stuff yet, but I actually executively produced his new project.
Really?
Yes, and his new single Lesson that dropped like 2-3 months ago. Co-write.
High five. Let's do ear high five. I love it, Tasan. Like, and guys, she's doing all of this. Is she? Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say her age, but she's real young and killing it. Look at that beauty, and she still has a regular job. So she's writing, singing, has her own music out.
Yes,
Bad thing. So one of the things I love about you is how your voice goes from like real, this is like a Jamaican song, like, and then it goes into this nice cadence of like this pop, this nice sultry kind of thing. I was like, ooh, sis, yes. How do you decide which one goes where, which transition fits where? Like, how do you find that balance?
I just create. Most of the stuff I've written started off as a freestyle. Sometimes I'll have an idea of what I want to write, but I don't actually write it until I'm on the mic and just start going. And so I just do what feels nice, literally. If it feels like it fits and it feels nice, that's just what I do. There's no formula to it. It's just literally how I feel.
I love that though. That's when you get the best out of it. Because I think on the EP that you did, Home, my song is Fall. And you sound completely different from when you did, again, like you heard me reference Bad Man thing. I was like, is this the same person? Who is this?
Yeah.
They all sound good, but they sound so different. And I love that. I love when, because I always say it's not often that you can listen to, for me, let me say for me, I can listen to one artist for a long period of time or listen to, because I was like, okay, so I'm
like that too. Like I cannot listen to a full R&B album. It has to be like, first of all, the only full R&B album that I've listened to is by Sir. No skips. Just saying. Put that out there. Continue.
Just put it out. All right.
Sure, it is the atmosphere.
But with you, it's like there's so much, and it's and it's relatable. And lyrically, it's relatable. Lyrically, it's sound. Musically, it's great. Like you could play it at any event, and it applies to your relationship personally. It applies to your relationship spiritually. It applies to your relationship communally. Like everything is like it just sits with everything, and it's like I feel like your writing is genius. And I cannot wait for you to sign like those big deals to become like one of these famous writers, extremely famous. And everybody's
one day,
soon,
from your mouth to God's ears, real soon.
Your pen, hallelujah, and your
from these work jobs to God's ears, because God knows I just want to do one. I'm a real Jamaican. I got like 8 jobs. just hustling, trying to make money just so I could do the one thing that I love to do.
Real Jamaican.
Bro, I got like 8 jobs. Like, why do I have so many jobs?
I've never heard that before.
Bro, like I have so I can't think. I'm not saying I've done it all, but there's a list. Like it's a serious list. Just hustling.
How do you separate? Okay, you come from an extremely famous family. How do you manage to separate yourself where it's not Tasan, the sister of Taishan, it's not Tasan, the daughter of Papa San, but this is me, Tasan, this is me, this is who I am. How do you manage to separate that from who your family is?
I think, how do I answer this without being mean?
Just answer. You don't worry.
I think I do that by separating myself. Not like I'll never work with my dad because of duh, and not that I'll never work with my brother because duh, but I had to kind of find my own team, my own, connections, my own links. Like I really had to navigate my way. Not saying that like my dad hasn't helped me or my brother hasn't helped me, because I believe that nobody's an island. I don't think anybody can ever say self-made. I don't think self-made is real. I think that there's the prayers of your grandmother from 60 years ago that's carrying you through, that fast you fasted in 2004 that's carrying you through, and then the fact that God is your father who is watching you. So I don't think there's anything that's called self-made, but I really had to navigate my way in a way that I wasn't really using all of my father's connections, and I wasn't using all of my brother's connections. I had to make organic relationships and network. Oop, move the laptop. I had to network. I had to network organically, just to kind of, so I don't have to introduce myself as, oh, I'm Beam's sister, or oh, I'm Papa San's daughter. I made this relationship, and now based off not even based off my father's name, but based off my talent, I can now walk into this room and have a conversation. So that's one of the ways that I've separated myself. The second thing I've also done is just create the things that I like. I'm not trying to sound like my dad, and I'm not trying to sound like my brother. There's no need. I just want to sound like myself.
I love that.
So there will always be a distinction from what my dad does from what I do and what my brother does.
Son, I love that. I feel like more often than none, that's what we do. We try to stay in somebody else's lane and never get into our own lane. And I love that you said that, because Taishan is Taishan, Beam, and Papa San is Papa San.
Shout out to Beam. All right.
And they're already great in their lane, but we need Son. And I love that. I love the way you said it. And it wasn't disrespectful. It was very respectful.
Yeah, because I don't want nobody to be like, I don't need my brother, I don't need my dad. Not like that. It's just that I really
feel better.
Yeah, I had to step out of my space or the space that I was in, because I was like very into the especially the Florida, Caribbean, Jamaican scene. Like it's very, 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 and that's one of the things my dad used to always tell me, like, you don't want to get caught up in a scene. Because what you end up finding is you have one artist that go to like 80 shows, people start to get used to you, they get used to your brand, and you're never a king in your own home. So it's not only to create a product that people will enjoy, it's to make them want the product. And the way to make them want the product is to not, like, it's like kind of like eating pineapple ice cream every day. After a while, after 6 months, you're gonna be like, I love pineapple ice cream, but bruh, it's too much. Like, I need some cookies and cream, I need to mix it up. So it's that supply and demand balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to perform at every church event. Like, that's not, especially if it's the same 30 people and the same demographic of this, you know what I'm saying? The same audience going to the same shows. You need to kind of branch out.
Yeah.
And find spaces that doesn't really fit you, but you know that there is a need for what you do in that space. So that's just how I see it, if that makes any sense.
Girl, bring it. Listen, I have seen where you'll have like an artist on a flyer and they'll be performing at this venue on Saturday and it's $40. Then they're performing and around the same area the next day for like $20, and then it's a free concert. I mean, which one you gonna go to?
Exactly. And you're gonna watch them perform the same set 3 times, and it's not the artist's fault, because the content is great. It's just too much of the same content. Like, if you watch how these artists tour, they won't do more than like 2 shows in a city, and they only would do 2 shows if everybody can't fit in the first show.
That is true.
So, like, if Beyonce comes to Florida, she's not gonna go South Florida twice. She's gonna do South Florida, Tampa. She might not even do Jacksonville, and people gonna still drive from Jacksonville to Tampa, or still drive from Jacksonville to Miami. And Florida is huge, and she's only going to 2 cities out of the entire state.
And there's people that's not even in Florida that'll come.
Exactly. And I get a lot of calls to perform at church events all the time. And I'll do it, but to a certain extent, because again, I don't want to overextend myself and then wear out your brand.
Guys, understand, it's not that we're not saying that we don't love Jesus and we don't love church.
No.
We're saying when you're a full-time artist, there are still things that you need to put in place to maintain a good brand.
Right.
You'll come worship the Lord all the time. Don't worry.
Right. I don't like you know.
What is the hardest song, toughest song? Like, maybe you were in a rut, maybe it was a moment, maybe it was bringing out the emotion. What is like the toughest song you've ever written for you personally?
That's on a project or not on a project?
In general, on anything. Like, for you, it just, some people, they're going through something and they're writing from that place.
Right.
What song did that for you?
I think not really in a rut, but when I did my Christmas EP, Peppermint, which, by the way, oh my gosh, that was an amazing experience. We did a whole project in 8 days, like no sleep, staying up. Like, everybody was packed up in my house downstairs in the studio, like taking showers. And it was an amazing experience. I think on that project, it wasn't the hardest song because I write quite fast, because I come in with a concept. Like, I already know what I want to say. But I think I Don't Want to Be With You This Christmas was not hard, but I was very careful with my word choices. Because I didn't want it to sound like a breakup song, like, I just don't want to be with this person. I wasn't even writing about being in a relationship. I was literally writing about bad company just giving me bad energy and like just pulling energy away from me. And I'm like, you know what, this Christmas, I don't want that. And I think Christmas time, we overextend ourselves.
Yeah.
We do the absolute most for people that don't do nothing for us, either just to show face or because, family or whatever. So I think I wasn't stuck on it, but I really like sat down with the words. Like, I sat on it for a bit before I recorded it.
And I still like that. And I like Peppermint EP because it was Christmas music that was different.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want it to be.
Love that.
Thank you, man.
It wasn't about the jingle bells. That nobody ever jingles anyhow. So I love Peppermint for that, because it's like, I feel like a lot of times people go with trends and don't figure out how can I be different. Like, people find being different to be so cringeworthy, and it's like baffling to me. I find being different to be so cool.
Yes, I think people overthink in the process of trying to be different. And I never overthink. I just say, well, yeah, I do. But when I have a good idea and I'm like convinced, there's not really a lot of hard thinking at that point. And I knew that because I called my team up and I was like, yo, I got this crazy idea. Like every time I do it, they're like, oh, Jesus, here she goes. I'm like, I got this crazy idea. I want to do a Christmas EP. So they're like, okay, automatically they're like, oh, which songs do you want to redo? I'm like, I'm not redoing nothing. I want to do a whole new content. I want to vibe. I heard, so I started listening to other Christmas, because, you need inspiration. I truly believe that you are what you listen to, and it doesn't make you an imitator or a plagiarizer. It makes you somebody that wants to absorb knowledge and then kind of like regurgitate it in your own way. So I listened to PJ Morton's Christmas Project, of course, the classic Mariah Carey Christmas album. Even Ariana Grande had an EP called Christmas and Chill, which that's probably her best project to date. Don't at me, it's true. If you listen to her Christmas EP, I think that's her best project besides Honeymoon. And I was like, I want to know how I can really bring my culture and my aesthetic and my sound into Christmas. And I knew that all the songs were going to be different right away, because Christmas Party is a little R&B. First is trap, but it's like bouncy, like do up, boom boom, like it gave me, it was a vibe. And then I Don't Want to Be With You This Christmas is R&B, and then the intro is just me. And I'm actually gonna extend it. I'm putting like 4 more songs on it, so it's gonna be an album.
So listen, guys, for Christmas, y'all need to go get set.
Please, I need Christmas Party to be on a Macy's commercial or something.
It is good, and again, I'm not saying it because you're here or anything like that. Like, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have told you, but I wouldn't have brought it up either.
Exactly. I know you.
But like, I genuinely love it. Like, I don't know. I like your voice. I really do. I like the way you write. I just love everything about you, and then some, especially when it comes to creative, because I find it's so different. I feel like a lot of times when people or artists, anybody, even when people bring out movies, it's like, I know this director or this singer, I already know what they're going to bring.
Yeah,
I already know what to expect. Oh, this is going to be a quiet song. All right, we already know this person's not going to. All right. But with you, it's kind of like you have to listen to everything because you don't know what goes where. It's like, all right. It's like that puzzle and you don't know. And it's super, super exciting. It's like opening like one of them mystery boxes, and you don't know what you're going to get. And it's like, all right, let's go. and we will. And that's what I really, really love about you, and that you're good at it. Like, it's not, I'm testing the waters. Let's do a robot dance kind of weird thing. Like, you're actually good at it, Tasan. And
I think, just to stick a pin on that, I think when I do experiment with different sounds, it's literally my projects are like a replica of my playlist. I don't like listening to the same thing. I don't like it. It bothers me. There's just something annoying about it. So I have my morning, besides my devotional playlist, like my morning playlist is like Al Green, Let's Stay Together. And then right after that, I'm listening to Walking on a Dream, which is like totally old school. And then after that, I'm playing like, what's that girl's name again? Queen. I always forget her name, but she has this song called Sade in the 90s. So I'm going from like rock to old school, like soul to R&B, and that I feel like I just enjoy all those sounds. And so I always want to create my project like that. Like, it's never, not saying there's anything wrong with a straight reggae album or something. Right. It's just not me.
I like that about you. Do you think you'll ever sign to a label, especially based on how you like to create music?
I think I would do a publishing deal as a writer, but I don't think I'll sign. I mean, I'm never say never, but an artist deal is not my intention. I would rather be a writer, be a businesswoman, sell my product, sell my music to other artists, and take the money from that and create my brand on my own. That way I have complete freedom.
Okay, so this question just came to me. If a publishing house, I don't know how that part works. I'm just saying publishing house. Correct me once you hear the question. Correct me where I was wrong.
Oh, publishing house.
You and says to Son, we want you to write a song, and then you write this song, and you sell it to them, and the artist then sings a song, but the artist can't sing. How would that make you feel?
Okay, so I kind of sort of had a situation like this already.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, I did not hear the song until after it dropped, and if I heard it before, I would have been like, give it back. Give it back. Give it back right now. Put it in my hand. Walk away. Next caller. When I heard it, when like the big drop happened, I was like, oh my God. So I went to go listen to it, and I was like, but I took the L because I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew that, you know what I'm saying, I had to create that path. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta compromise sometimes. You gotta do certain boring songs you don't want to do just to get into a certain room to prove that, you know what I'm saying? So
I hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do two things before we close. I'm gonna ask you, are you working on any new projects?
Yes and no. So yeah, I'm working on new music, but I don't know if I want to turn it into a project or if I just want to release it as like just a bunch of. I kind of want to not do. I'm kind of in a space right now where if I do a project, it's gonna be about my experiences in 2020. Like I kind of want to just create something that kind of represents what 2020 has been to me so far. If I do a project, but I'm in a space right now where I kind of just want to do singles and just put visuals next to those singles. And then just keep releasing that way so that each song is like its own art form. It's not attached to anything. It's just its own thing, and you can take it for what it is or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to play a little game before we go. So I saw my friends, your sisters, and they played this game, and I liked it. And I was like, I would love to play it with you. So I want to play it with you. Okay. So basically it is, I'll tell you a word, and you have 5 seconds to tell me a song that kind of vibes with it.
Oh, dear. So it doesn't have to be the word in the song. It just has to be...
No, it has to be the word. You have to get the word that I tell you in the song.
Okay. Oh, okay. Dear. I'm nervous. No pressure. I'm competitive. Whatever. Don't at me.
Happy.
Because I clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Happy.
Party.
We like to party. Hey, hey. Yo, I love that song. It really gives you that party vibe.
Pandemic.
That's in a song?
Now you see that one in there. I'm so sorry.
What? Where?
I just threw it in there for the fun of it.
Oh okay. My God, I was about to get screamed.
Okay. Blessed.
We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the fields. We're blessed when we come and when we go. Fred Hammond, Uncle Fred.
Hey. Let's go all the way Caribbean and go island.
Okay.
The word is island.
Oh, island. Oh, Lord. Oh, I thought you meant like, okay, island. Oh, I can be a private island Anything a planet, anything. What's the song called? Fantasy by. Oh my gosh, it's called Fantasy. That's all I know. Hold on, I'm gonna prove it. It's yeah. Hold on. Don't at me. I'm about to show you right now. This song. Hold on. That song.
Okay, so she
has a line that says, "I could be your private island on a different planet. Anything could happen." That's
okay.
Yeah.
And now we're ending it on this one, and because we all love you so much.
Okay. Here.
Listen here.
Oh.
H-I-R.
Oh, H-I-A-R.
H-I-R.
Oh, like hair.
Yeah.
Don't touch my hair, but it's the rhythm I wear. Solange, don't touch my hair, girl. No, ma'am.
I didn't want to stop singing. Like, I was just vibing, and you just was like, no, ma'am, don't touch my hair. I was like, wait a minute. Listen, man, you need to continue. Okay. But, Tasan, talking to you makes my world better. And your face makes it better. I have enjoyed my time with you, and I can't wait to chat with you again in the future about more of your projects, more of your singles, more of your EPs. And I love the way that you're putting them out too. It's, it's different.
I appreciate it. I don't know when I'm gonna do a full album yet. I think Peppermint, the Christmas EP, what it is now, might be my first. Yeah, it might be my first full project. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been an honor. I love you. I love connecting with great people. I love connecting with people of kindred spirits and just, the like-mindedness, common sense, which is not common.
Girl,
I just love you, man. I appreciate you.
Common sense is a whole different topic. So I love you. We're going to leave that there and say I love you. Thank you. And just again, you are a friend to our show. So whenever anything you have, just come through. Let us know.
I was really hoping you would listen. I won't feed your ego. I'ma choose me now. I don't wanna be with you this Christmas. Funny how you always seem to let me down. I was really hoping